Are you ill, feeling like rubbish and want some relief? Maybe you just don't want to miss out on the gains from your training. Well, you can still work on becoming your sports version of Michael Phelps, or even just your best self from your sickbed, because you don't get to be that just by laying there. The good news is that if you've just got a bit of a sniffle, getting out of bed and doing some gentle exercise is actually a great way to feel better because of the release of endorphins. Just don't go running a marathon or testing your 1-rep maxes. If you've got something worse though, we need to take a different approach. If you can, head outside for a gentle walk. The fresh air, sunlight and movement will all do you some good and help to free up that body. If the very thought of moving that much makes you feel lightheaded, or you're imprisoned in your house like me, yes, after 2 years of dodging COVID, it's finally got me, then stretching might be the thing for you. Stretching will help to loosen up those muscles that have been stiffened from sitting in the same place for too long, giving your body some much needed release. It also calms you and, just like exercise, releases endorphins, making you feel better. There's even some research which suggests that micro stretches are just as effective at increasing flexibility as an intense stretch. There aren't enough studies on this yet for me to recommend it as your main stretching method, but when you're ill, it makes it that much easier to get some stretching in, making you feel better whilst making long-term improvements, possibly even as much as if you did a hard stretch. If even stretching is too much for you though, you need Phelps and many other athletes' secret weapon, visualization. Essentially, imagining yourself doing what you want to improve at. There's a ton of evidence about the benefits of using visualization to improve physical performance, and if you want to read more about it, I've put some useful links down in the description box. But here's the highlights. Visualization has been shown to increase skill and even strength. The only catch is that you probably need to have done some physical practice to have a frame of reference, so it's better for practicing than learning. That being said, this study showed that a regime of both physical practice and visualization led to a better performance on variations of tasks. So, visualizing a skill you already have could help learning a closely related one or responding to slightly different situations, say in sparring. The study found that even when matched for time, physical and visualization training was better than just physical training alone. So you should keep visualizing when you're no longer ill. Not only can you not train all of the time, but some of that time spent training might actually be well spent just visualizing. So how do we do this performance magic? Start by relaxing as much as possible in a quiet space. Then try to imagine your preparatory routine, the warm-up, stretch, etc. Make it as vivid and as real as you can. Add sounds, smells, imagine your feelings, add in as much emotional content as you can. The more real you make it, the better. Now, imagine yourself clicking the like button, and just to reinforce the skill, do it for real as well. Once you're prepared, imagine yourself doing the skill you're practicing, whether it's a form, sparring, lifting weights, whatever. You can visualize yourself in the third person or from the first person. The latter is generally seen to be more effective, but if you're trying to improve your movement through space, such as a gymnastics routine or a form, third person can be useful too. Try to imagine yourself doing better than you normally would. Think about positive outcomes, and this will help you get there. If it's something dynamic, think about what might change, what might go wrong, and how you would respond. In this way, you can mentally prepare for any eventuality. This final step is something that Michael Phelps' coach attributed a lot of his success to. Now, this will take practice, but you will get better. Visualization is something that I've known about for a long time, but researching this video made me realize just how powerful it is. After I get well, it's definitely going to be a bigger part of my training program, and it should be yours too. Hopefully with it, we can all reach Michael Phelps levels of success. So if you're ill, it's okay to exercise if you're up to it. But if not, try to move, stretch, and visualize. If you're interested in other ways that you can use visualization to help your martial arts, check out this video next.